Hey guys, Ellen Woodbridge here, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia. Sorry, just adjust my camera a little there. And today I am here to share a very simple card. Now, I made this card for my team swaps last month. And sorry, getting up. Hello, Miss Mel. Should you not be teaching our children of the world, or are you on lunch? Hey, Renee. Sorry, light bagging out my Mel. Love her to bits. Mel and I are going to get up to lots of mischief next week. Hey, Julie. Sorry, getting up. My second screen doesn't want to. I'm not pressing my finger on the right button. Mel and I are going to get up to lots of mischief next week. She's my travel partner to New Zealand. But I digress to why I am here. And I'm here to share, hey Wendy, this very simple floral phrases card. Hey Adele, that I made for my recent team swap, which was last month. Hey Penny, last month was April. No, today is April. Last month was March. And we had, oh, thank you, Wendy, for saying hi. We will have fun. Hey, Alana. So our theme was simple stamping. So I kept it really simple. There's no extra paper on this card. It's just ink, paper, and a bit of ribbon. So I am going to show you a different but same version of this card. I'm going to invert the colors a little bit. I've used Calypso Coral and a touch of Fresh Fig, where this time I'm going to use Fresh Fig and a touch of Calypso Coral, because I want to start saying goodbye to my favorite color. My favorite color, Fresh Fig, that is going. Hey Philomena, thank you for sharing. I'm a bit sad that it is going, so I just wanted to say goodbye to it properly. And when I originally made this card, and the card that I originally made, I have made into a wedding card for a customer of mine. I did the whole panel stamped with the flower, and yeah, I ended up not liking it for the card I wanted to make for the swap, and I've made it. So I want to show you what these flowers look like in Fresh Fig. So without any further complications, I will flick you guys around, turn off the lights, and we will get ready to make our card. Hello Sheila, nice to see you. Okay. I've got a cord under me because it's cold enough that I need a heater in my little room. So making sure I don't slip over. Right, here we go. So I hope everyone is having a lovely Monday or Tuesday, wherever you may be in the world, because I know it is Tuesday here. Oh, I need to move this further up, center it just a touch. There we go, all good. I will turn. I know Adele, I hear you loud and clear. I can't say I love, I'll talk to you about in colours in a second. Okay, so I do love these in colours. I've used a lot of Tranquil Tide for Christmas. It's probably sold out, Julie. That's why. Let me go. I loved, so the in colours, I still haven't fixed my Tranquil Tide ink pad from last video. It's still sitting here on my desk. So the 5 in colours that will be retiring at the end of June are Tranquil Tide, which I love, Fresh Fig, which I love, Lemon Lime Twist, which I love, but I'm happy to have Granny Apple Green, so that's a bit of a substitute for that colour. We've got Powder Pink, which is a very nice pink, but I can live without Powder Pink. And we've got Berry Burst. Now, Berry Burst is sort of in between Melon Mambo and Lovely Lipstick, which is an in colour that is staying. But I'm okay because I have my Melon Mambo, but I have enjoyed having my Berry Burst. So they're the in colours that are going, but today we're just playing with Fresh Fig because I am hold on. Let me put these back where they're meant to go, otherwise they will end up on the floor. We all know me far too well. Okay. Yes, that will be a big enough block. We need a block for our sentiment. I didn't have to buy, I know. I didn't have to buy one. I was lucky enough to receive one on stage. So the Floral Phrases stamp set is a really versatile set. You've got this lovely border. Now, when I made my card for my friend, I put this border on the inside of the card, and I'll do that today to show you, just to dress up the inside of the card. This floral piece, that when you stamp it, it is variegated, like it is in the photo here, and it's a bit of a wedding thank you. So you've got wedding wishes for all the thoughtful things you do, which goes with a special note of thanks to you. You've got congratulations, and may your love grow stronger, deeper, and more beautiful with every passing year. I think it's just a lovely stamp set. I haven't really used the wedding wishes because I have used it, or parts of this stamp set, to make a couple of wedding cards recently, and I'm really loving the may your love grow stronger, deeper, and more beautiful with every passing year, because I happen to have my wedding anniversary coming up this week as well. So 16 years. My word. Hello, Miss Gail. They are beautiful verses, and I like a special note of thanks to you, because then I can use it as a generic thank you card, which is fantastic. Now, I do wonder what card bases I have pre-cut, because I think I'm just going to make a single card today, because I already have lots of these cards because I made quite a number. I think I'm going to go a bit different, and these are made with Very Vanilla, and I just grabbed out a thick Very Vanilla card base. So I will open these. Yep, 16 years. I have a 15-year-old at the end of June. At the end of July, rather. So, yeah. It's a bit scary when we think of it that way. We've been together for 19 this coming up in June. We don't know the exact date because we randomly met on a train. That's a whole nother story. But I will mount this here. Give that a nice squeeze. That is nicely adhered there. We have our beautiful flower, which I'm going to, rather than getting out another block, I'm just going to do it diagonally. 30th. But he wasn't actually due till like August. Like the end of August. Hello. Juanita. Sorry, I had to think. Sorry, Juanita. So had to think of how to say your name. That kind of day here. It's been raining on and off, and I know, like asleep. Thank you so much for sharing. I very much appreciate that. So this card, super duper simple. We are going to use the Fresh Fig, and what the other thing I'm going to grab is my scrap cardstock. There you go. Oh, and here comes the rain again. I'm lucky I went out when I did earlier. That's all I can say. So I'm just going to ink this up. Lovely. And I'm going to start off the bottom of the card, just so it looks more, I don't like the word organic, but I'll use it, and it looks a bit more like a piece of pattern paper. And then I'm going to go off both sides. Now these do not need to be perfect in any way, shape or form. I'm just getting it roughly right, and I just got ink on my hand. Surprise, surprise. Now for the second row, I'm going to flip our flower upside down and put it into the valleys that we have created. So that's not a straight line, but it doesn't matter. And then for our final row, I'm going to do the same thing we did the first time. Put one, that was really good stamping, Ellen. It's handmade, not Hallmark. Put one here and one over. Oh, that will stay exactly as it is. It is fine. I must let go. Hello, Kayla. Yes, that's exactly why I hashtag simple stamping. But I think I might see if I have another card base. I certainly did hashtag simple stamping, and this month's challenge from Stampin' Up is also to use the retiring ink colours. So I have certainly met all of the criteria for this month. So I'm a bit happy about that. So I'm just going to do another one because, you know, if first you don't succeed, try again. But I will make them both into cards. It's just one's going to be a bit more handmade than the other. How are you, Miss Kayla? But as you can see, the stamping takes like no time at all to do. And in the middle. And doesn't matter that all the stamps don't meet each other, because if you look at vintage wallpaper and stuff like that, none of it is perfect as well, because it's normally hand blocked. Hello, Miss Kathy. Thank you for joining. Doing some very simple stamping today. I've just done two backgrounds in my favourite colour, Fresh Fig, which I will be mourning very soon. Let's see if my hands... There we go. It's a bit hard to pop these older ink pads when I haven't used them for a while, but I do much prefer our new ink pads because when we open them, it just opens straight up. There's no click-clacking, it opens straight up and then you push it back, which makes it so much easier for me. It actually hurts my brain when I have to think about these ones. So now we're going to take our special note of thanks. And I am going to put in, actually I'll move this out of the way. I don't need my overflow piece of paper anymore. I am going to put it a touch higher than the original card because I'm stamping a lighter colour over a darker colour. Thank you, Miss Julie. This is my favourite colour and it's peony something. I've been having this colour for years and years and years. And it really is one of my favorites, and I was tossing up between this color and the darker purple that I get, and I thought, no, let's be bright and fun. You're going to miss Berry Burst. Okay, I went through the colors a little earlier, Kathy, and I do like all of them, but I will miss Fresh Fig the most. Okay, that is all. Look at me stamping those sentiments so lovely. So I've got one in Very Vanilla and one in Whisper White. So I just grab one down. Yes, it really would. Oh, you feel a class coming on? Happy to inspire and enable there, Miss Adele. I haven't done this in a class. This month's class, because we're now in April, we're playing with embossing. So that's what we're doing this month. A bit of heat and a bit of big shot embossing with the folders. Yes. Yes, hello Miss Kathy, thank you for joining. Now while I'm here and I'm finished all my stamping, I am going to grab out my Stampin' scrub, grab my Stampin' mist and clean my stamps. So then I can put them away and not worry. So this is how I clean my rubber stamps, because you girls normally see me use my photopolymer stamp. So I make sure I've got majority of the ink off the image of the stamp. The sides are a bit harder. I just do scrub on my wet side, which is normally my dry side, but that's okay. I wasn't looking at the symbols. And dry it off, and that is clean and dry and ready to pop away. Hey, hey, Miss Nicole. Hey, hey, Miss Denise. You've missed all my stamping, Denise. Heat embossing scares you. What scares you about heat embossing, Adele? I know you girls have all seen me heat emboss before, but very interested to know what scares you. Are you scared you'll burn the paper or overheat it? And they are all cleaned and done and conditioned. The good thing about the Stampin' mist that Stampin' Up has, it cleans and conditions. Oh no, Denise, while you're on the video, there is under my name on the right hand side, this is my right hand, there will be a notify me thing, the 3 little dots. I know, I was even longer than oh no, just buy another embossing buddy, because it's always good to have a second, and the embossing buddies are actually fairly inexpensive. They're not a huge price point. I swear they're like under $15. You know, as soon as you'll buy it. No, I agree, Kathy. I do it. And I mean, even heat embossing as an accent is a beautiful thing. Like, it doesn't have to be heat embossing a whole background. It can just be like on this card. If I heat emboss just this sentiment, it would just add something lovely. But I'm not, because we're keeping these as simple cards. So this is the 3/8 of an inch Calypso Coral satin ribbon, and I am very simply going to tie this around, because I'm reigniting my love of ribbon at the moment. So I always tie it off the roll, so then I waste less. And if you have a look, I tie and then I twist up my top piece of ribbon, because that then creates a flat knot. Then I put my finger there for, helps if I try and keep everything straight and flat. So I put my finger there to keep the tension, swap my fingers, I pop, and this is where I always struggle. My fingers don't want to come and play, especially because I'm telling you about it. Stay. Swap fingers. Right. So you can see I've kept this flat through here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold this piece and pull with the other. And that turns this into a nice flat knot. So you can see from the one over here, I just pull with one end. And then if I want, which I'm going to do, this is where I do all my zhuzhing. I think I want to twist this side as well. So you can do all your zhuzhing and pulling and all of that now. So that's good. I'm going to get, oh, where are my handy dandy ribbon scissors? You can't master it. There are three crafters that I recommend, and these are the 3 crafters that taught me on YouTube. One is Christina Werner, the second one is Dawn McVeigh, and the third one is Amy Rasavi. Yes, I like zhuzhing at the end just to make it just so. Okay, now I can pop this into place where I want it now, and I'm going to pop a mini glue dot under it to keep it in place. So because I've got a nice tension, I just literally bow my card. I like the knot just under the thanks. I think that looks nice and symmetrical, and I can still zhuzh a bit here. Okay, and leave that as is now, and grab my mini glue dot. I'll show you again and I will talk you through it, but these girls have, and they're deep years and years and years ago on their YouTube channels, but they are definitely there, and they're pretty poor quality videos because they were done so many years ago, and technology has come a long way since then, but the principles in them are fantastic, and that's, I just learnt by doing it and doing it. That's the only way. And I didn't like, if you get a nice satin ribbon like this is very easy to tie because it's got that slip already to the material. You can tie and untie and you're not doing anything to the ribbon. And if all else fails, you just go and iron the ribbon. It doesn't really matter. So I have just gone over, had a little tremor there. Okay, so this top piece I turn to create my flat knot. Oh, why don't we start that again? I know, so do mine. I try not to. I am happy to tie bows, but this is just a knot. But I do try and impart my knowledge to them like I am with you. So I'm just going to pop my finger here so I keep my tension. Give myself a touch more length of the ribbon. So I'm keeping, there are no kinks in any of my pieces of ribbon. Come on, baby. You do what you're told. It's not going to. There we go. Maybe the end doesn't want to go through today. It's because you're all watching. Yes, so do I, Julie. Okay, so that is through. There are no kinks in that. And I just want to hold this one off to the side. And so it doesn't matter whether you're right or left-handed. You just want to hold one side taut and you just want to pull with the other. Okay. Now, that was me just giving it a bit of a flick around because I'm not quite pulled totally tight, so I can do all my zhuzhing of my ends because that is the best word known to man. Okay, so I'm happy with that. So I'm really only wasting one end when I tie off the roll, but I'm more than happy for my customers to cut a length if that makes them more comfortable. Because I never used to tie off the roll myself, but I wasted so much ribbon. So really, I have wasted 8 centimeters of ribbon, which technically I could reuse that. Hello, Miss Rose. Thank you for joining. I'm just about finished making my cards. Okay, these ends are going to annoy me, but I have to accept it as it is. So I've nearly finished this whole roll of ribbon, which makes me happy. I finished quite a few rolls of ribbon recently. Okay, just pop a glue dot. Oh, helps if I actually pick up the glue dot with the end of my scissors. Just pop a glue dot under that knot. Give it a press. And that. Oh no, I've not finished my cards. I need to fold them, score them. So, oh no, that's what I was going to do. I was going to show you how to make the insides pretty. Let me grab a, whoa, come on, focus, come back. Okay, so I have this, I don't know, it's a bit of a trellisy stamp if you have it like that. And I'm just going to stamp it on the top and the bottom. Yep, that is all stamped, or all inked rather. Just line it up with the bottom of the card and you have a lovely image. Now you can leave it, actually, I think I'm going to leave it just at the bottom of these cards. And do the same with this one. And if I wanted to add a sentiment, I could, but I'm making the choice to leave the insides of these blank, so then I can write a personalized message. Okay, so that is closed. So I have just put that little stamp on the inside just to finish it off. And score these cards, add my stickers, and I am done. Sometimes when I'm stamping directly onto the front of a card, I always do, I do my stamping while the card's flat, because then you don't have that margin of error, which gives me a better result in the long run. Okay, there are those, because see, this card wants to flip up, and if you're stamping on that, it makes it much easier to smudge. I'm feeling rather tired today too, Julie. I think it's all the little things I have to do between now and next Wednesday. But that's okay. I ticked a couple of things off my list this morning, which made me happy. Which means this afternoon's job, after I get off here with you girls, is to start writing my April birthday cards, which I didn't do because I got distracted on the weekend trying to get ahead for this month. I thought, oh, we really couldn't get ahead for April, forgetting I had to write my April birthday cards. So that is those cards done. So these stickers just have my business details on it, but if you're just a customer, I recommend just getting them on to just putting your name and details, because you never know, someone may say, hey, can you make me a card? So what I have done, I have used Fresh Vic, which we're sadly saying we're saying goodbye to at the end of May, so beginning of June. Ooh, ouch, was that a bit cold? Is it cold over in Perth, Nick? Thank you. I'm glad you like them. It was just something really simple and something I could easily share with you girls. And as I said, I think I made about 20 of them. Because I always like having thank you cards in my stash, because there are a lot of people to thank things for. Oh, it was humid, yuck. Just thank my customers for their orders, thank people for doing good things in my life to help me, and yeah, having thank you cards is a great little thing in my stash especially. Oh, hi Alison, I'm just finishing up. So I'm thinking on Thursday or Friday, haven't checked my diary, I will be back, and I have a card out of my unfinished projects box, or my bits that I've corralled. Ouch. Yeah, it was cold yesterday, Julie. It's more pleasant today, which is nice. So yeah, I have a really colourful rainbow style card to show you later in the week. Yes, please do. These are simple cards, came together really easily. I'm happy with them, and you could certainly make a whole background doing what I did in part of the background. Exactly, it does make a person smile just to give them a card. It surely does. Well, thank you so much for joining me, everyone. I hope you have a lovely couple of days, and I will catch you all later in the week. Bye.